Have you noticed that large building on the side of Stratford Road just past Haynes Mall that looks a lot like an airport terminal? Well, it's not, but it has a lot to do with Winston-Salem's aviational history. Let me explain. With more than a decade of selling real estate in and around the Winston-Salem area, one thing that I've learned is we are blessed to be able to call this place home. This show is dedicated to showing off some of the incredible places and great people in this area. This is the Saunders Show. Hey everybody, my name is Mark Saunders with Saunders Realty, and today I'm coming from Piedmont Advantage Credit Union, which is headquartered right here in Winston-Salem. Now, if you saw our last episode, we were at Smith Reynolds Airport. Piedmont Advantage has a really cool history here in Winston-Salem, originally being set up to service Piedmont Airlines at Smith Reynolds Airport. Since then, it's grown to service their members across the country. There are a lot of great people here at Piedmont Advantage Credit Union. I've got to know a lot of them because I serve on the board here at the credit union. One reason for that is I notice how much detail they put into their members and their financial wellness through education and products and investment services for them. So let's go through and give you a tour of the building here and also speak with their CEO, Judy Tharp. So I'm here today with Piedmont Advantage CEO and really good friend of mine, Judy Tharp. So thank you for taking the time and showing us around this place. So tell me the story of the credit union. I love history, especially companies that started and their roots are in Winston-Salem. Tell me the history and the story of Piedmont Advantage.
Well, it's a very cool story. Our credit union started back in 1949. We actually started out at Smith Reynolds Airport. That was the headquarters for Piedmont Airlines, and that's also where our credit union got started. And we were there up until 3.5 years ago when we moved into this facility here at Burke Mill in Stratford. We've come a long way since those days, but we never forget from whence we came. We still have volunteers who volunteer for the credit union that were actually a part of that original starting of this credit union.
Now, I hear you have a long history with credit unions. How did you first hear about credit unions or get involved with credit unions in your background?
Well, it's a cool story, Mark. I grew up in a family business much like you did. So I kind of was an entrepreneur at heart. So I got really lucky, to be honest with you, in that I answered an ad in the newspaper to start a credit union for the DuPont company in Wilmington. I pursued that opportunity and got the job, and here I am 38 years later. I would never dream of doing anything differently because I love what we do for people.
So one question I get a lot when, especially working with buyers in real estate, and we talk about getting approved for a loan or anything, I mentioned credit unions. And I think there's a big question, aren't credit unions like banks and banks like credit unions? What's your thoughts on that?
You're on our board of directors, so you know that when we meet every month, what we talk about is what we can do to enhance the lives of our members. We understand that our members own us, and we will never forget that because that is the crux of how a credit union is different from a bank.
Yeah.
We are owned by the members we serve.
Things are changing so fast in today's world with the technology and the economy and everything. Where do you see the credit union in, say, 5 to 10 years?
The reason why we exist will never change. We are here to enhance lives. We are owned by the members we serve. That will not change. What will change, though, is the way in which we deliver solutions to enhance the lives of our members. Our members have changed the way in which they do business. That will only continue to change even more. And as those generations evolve, the way in which they expect us to serve their needs will change. And so we're always there. We're kind of leading edge in that respect, and we'll continue to be that.
So you've mentioned it a couple of times, and I want to see it because obviously I like real estate.
Yes.
So can you give us a tour? Let us check out the building?
We love to give you a tour.
Awesome. So right here in the main lobby, what's different coming through here?
Well, our goal is to create a member experience. In the old days, people came here to do transactions. Those days are gone pretty much. So our people you see here are member experience advisors. So we have music, we have free Wi-Fi. Why? Because we want people to come hang out with us.
Yeah.
And they do. As you can see back here, we have newspapers, we have seats and coffee and beverages, and so it's an experience that's kind of unique, right?
Yeah, it's just a very welcome feeling as you come in with everything being so open. I mean, here we are on the main level, and you can see all the way up to the the boardroom.
Isn't that a cool picture?
Yeah, that's really neat.
It's like a tower, kind of like
Yep.
at an airport terminal, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah. So I'm here with Michael Westbrook. So tell everybody kind of what your role is here at the credit union.
Hey Mark, yeah, I'm Michael Westbrook, Financial Advisor for the membership here, offering services through CUSO Financial Services. And we really are different here because we do try to understand each individual member's needs. This is not a one-size-fits-all strategy. It's important to me and important for us here to understand that our members do come first. We sit down and develop a plan for their investing, whether it be short-term or long-term, and help them achieve their goals.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for taking the time. Members come first. I keep hearing that theme over and over again.
You're going to hear it more and more as you go through.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mark.
You asked me earlier about what are some of the differences. One of the differences in a credit union and a for-profit financial institution is that we have wonderful volunteers rather than paid directors who govern the organization. So that's a unique differentiation point in a credit union and a for-profit financial institution.
Well,
So
I see the value
appreciate
y'all are
that.
providing, how, I mean, really, members come first. I had no idea all of that until you asked me to serve on the board, and
Yes.
I got to learn more and more.
Yes. This is our village.
The village.
Yes.
Okay.
The village was actually named by the employees. Primarily, this is kind of the hub of our operations right here on this floor. So we're based here in Winston-Salem, but through electronic means, we service a lot of people remotely without them having to walk into a branch.
The village. I like that.
Yeah. And less than 5% of our business is done face-to-face.
Wow.
5%. So the rest of it is electronic.
Wow.
So Chris, tell us about, so far, what have you observed as the difference in maybe your previous life and here working for Piedmont Advantage Credit Union?
Whereas in the past on the bank side, maybe the focus is on the institution and what's best for the profitability. And this is more about the member experience because they
Yes.
are, after all, our owners. We
Right.
work for them. We wouldn't
Right.
be here without them.
Yes.
When we make it about their experience and we put them in charge and kind of lay options out in front of them for them to choose, so giving them the power, I think that's what builds loyalty.
I have a lot of clients that think banks and credit unions different products and everything. Tell me about mortgage products specifically that y'all have to offer.
It's a common thing we hear that, you think credit union, you think a car loan, you think a credit card, but we do all the other mortgage stuff too. From origination to underwriting and processing is all done here in a 50-foot circle. So
Yeah.
there isn't bouncing ideas and questions to Texas and Florida, and, Oklahoma.
That is such a valid
It's-
point, because
it's
when
right
I'm
there.
working with buyers, I tell them things that can make this go so much smoother is when your loan processor and everything is down the hallway instead of 5 states over,
right.
to make it just so much easier and smoother transition.
One-stop shop.
Awesome. All right, so tell me about this place. What's this department?
This is our call center where we take care of the needs of members who call in from all over the country. So we service greater than 50% of our loans through this call center or through the internet, through online application. We love our call center agents.
Yep. So a couple things that y'all have mentioned throughout the tour and everything is how important education is for your members and providing opportunities for them to learn more about financial education and everything. So we're in one of your classrooms here, so tell me kind of the idea for the classrooms and what's some of the events that you hold in here.
We hold webinars, seminars on everything imaginable as it relates to financial wellness, such as how to buy a car, how to buy a house, how to retire safely and plan for that. So these rooms are utilized a lot.
How do your members find out about the classes that are being offered? If somebody's watching this video and they want to find out more in the classes, how's the best way for them to find that information?
Well, social media, website, we always publicize. We even send out emails to the members about the upcoming educational events.
Yeah.
And what's also cool is after those events are held face-to-face, many of them are also recorded so that you can just go to our website afterwards and pull them down and view them.
And y'all are starting to do online webinars as well.
We have,
Education,
yes.
yeah, awesome. That's really, really great. One thing that I noticed while we were on the tour of the property, as well as the interviews, is just how great the people are here at Piedmont Advantage Credit Union. They really do put the members first. and they are here to help any way they possibly can. So next time you're on Stratford Road and you see the airport terminal, be sure to stop in and look at all the different ways that they can help you reach your personal financial needs. If you're viewing this show on our YouTube channel, click the subscribe button below, or you can visit our website at srealtynow.com. This is Mark Saunders, and I'll see you next time.